Hey guys, so welcome back to Indirect Knowledge. This is Chandra, and I'm so happy to be back, guys. Tonight we have a very special tarot card reading for Madelyn. Madelyn wants to know, about Dylan. She wants to know if he's coming back into her life. She talked to him about maybe 2 weeks ago. He hasn't really been too responsive since that 2-week period. So she's a little bit concerned about that and just wants to know if, what he's feeling for her, if anything, kind of where his thought is, just kind of really what she wants to know if it's going to happen, if it's coming back. So let's do a tarot card reading and get some perspective on it. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Great. So I'm just going to, this is very easy. I already know the answer. So we're just going to fly through this. I could give you the answer right now, but that would ruin it. So let's have some fun here. Okay. So in the past and all, I was juggling two things, this relationship thing, it's like having to make a decision, look at the inverted 8 there. That's the infinity signal, right? Infinity is always about the soulmate. So Dylan is the soulmate, right? No worries. Now we have the current moment, and it's the moon. Things are mysterious, right? Dylan hasn't communicated in a couple of weeks since they last talked. He said, give him a little space, give him some time. This right here, it's saying that, we can't always see everything because of the darkness. That's when the moon comes out, right? And of course, when you have the moon, you have this kind of this psychic energy. It's very hypnotizing, causes us to feel certain things. And if I'm not mistaken, it's either a full moon or close to a full moon now, literally tonight. So that probably is also affecting things psychically. I know it does me. And so then if you look at the tame dog and the wild wolf here, they're doing the same thing. They're all on the same page here. But when darkness happens and moonlight comes out, we can see some things, but we can't see everything. So it's sort of like this here is really about, negating your negativity, letting go of your critical thinking, sort of like this card will mesmerize this. When this happens, your subconscious is, or really your unconscious is really mesmerized. This card is about trusting your intuition. It's about dreams, the unknown, and letting things happen. And so it's about like whatever negativity you're experiencing, Madelyn, let it go. Don't play into this thing called critical thinking, as a monk, one of my favorite Bible verses is Proverbs 2:5 and 6. And that's trust in the Lord with all thine heart, lean not into thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path. So it's about faith, right? It's about like letting go of your own thoughts and the things that are causing or leading you to go astray in your thinking. And that's what it is. It's like, you have to sometimes just have faith and, let that be enough. It's easier said than done. I know. I do. So let's look at the future. That's the present moment. I really like that. Moon is Chandra. My name is Chandra. It means, in Sanskrit, it means moon. So that's a card that really resonates a lot. Probably why, I don't know. I just was when I saw that card come out, I was like, wow, a very good card. And now we have the Ace of Pentacles. That's the future. You can take a look at that. Pentacle there, the primordial hand. Putting the money together, that's earthly things, material things. It's also, aces are all about new beginnings. A new way of looking at things, a new energy, and new moon, right? It's all moving toward the new moon, new things happening. So this Pentacles really symbolizes the material world. That's Earth. It's like a Capricorn. Capricorn kind of, energy. It's groundedness. It's things associated with matter and money and materialism, that kind of thing. It's also about new gains. So you're going to get some stuff here, some new things are going to come into your life. Some new things that are going to involve Dylan. It's going to be different for you. So get ready for that. That's coming. Month and a half, 2 months out is about what I'm sensing. And that's when things are going to really start to shift. By the third month, by about 3 months out, yeah, things are going to just start to kind of avalanche and fall into your lap. You're going to be just super great. You're going to be feeling a million times happy. Let us look at the energy surrounding that moon card right there. You want to know what the moon's all about? Take a look at this 10 of cups. Cups are all about relationships. The 10 of cups, or rather the 9 of cups here, I think it is. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 of cups here. 9 of cups is before the 10 of cups, but we're getting toward the end of the cups. And as we do and all, look at this person. They've got those cups stacked nicely behind them. They're smiling. Life is good. What do you pick up from this? I mean, if I had to ask you guys, what do you really pick up from this? You probably wouldn't be too far off what this card really signifies as far as the tarot is concerned. And what this card is really signifying is completion. It's being in a good spot. Wishes fulfilled. And so this is really a wish card. It's like when you really want something and it happens and you're just like, I'm feeling pretty good. And that's what it is. So it's contentment. You're very contented. And that's what's happening in the moon card. So I want you to kind of, and 9s symbolize the moon, by the way. These 9 cups, the number 9 in numerology symbolizes the moon. It's that kind of energy. It symbolizes endings, completions, that type of thing in numerology. And so does the moon. It's sort of like completing a phase. But this is the wish card. You have a generous spirit. You're feeling complete. That's what's going on. So trust that. Now let's look at where kind of what you're looking for in terms of kind of your attitude around this situation right now, and maybe what you're kind of looking for as far as things go. You have the Page of Pentacles, another Earth sign. We have the Pentacle there. We talked about the Pentacle a moment ago, but this look at this person. This is a page, one of the court cards in the House of Pentacles. And in the House of Pentacles, this particular court right here brings a message of money, message of groundedness, of security. That's what this whole thing with Dylan is coming about to be. It's like it's going to be a surprise for you, but now I think I've ruined that surprise doing this tarot card reading. Forgive me, but hey, you asked for it. Why not? Bringing good news is better than bringing bad news, right? I'm glad to be able to deliver this to you. But it brings an opportunity really for some financial gain if you're in business or you're in your job or something like that. But it also brings a sense of security and a greater sense of opportunity, an opportunity like a greater sense of knowing that things are going to work out. And there's nothing better than that feeling, right? It's just like, oh, goodness, I know life is going to really work out for me, that things are coming. Everything that I want is falling into my lap. Wow, what's going on? And that's really what's going on. So, yeah. So that's what your desire is. So nice. Good. You want a sense of security. Nothing wrong with that. It's coming about, as we see already. Now, let's look at the outcome. And the outcome card is 5 of Wands. Look at everybody fighting. They're all dressed differently. They all got their wands going in different directions. None of them are fighting on any particular side. They're all just kind of all out there. Every person for themselves, right? 5, we see 5 wands. Wands are about action. 5s are about change. So changing different actions, changing different things around. So things are going to change. Actions are going to start to shift. And we have to take charge sometimes. Wands are the fire sign. Fire is all of the Leo. Leo is fire. Fires burn out of control. Hot nature, fire. Like in Ayurveda, it's an Indian science of medicine. Ayurveda. Some foods are hot and they create like a firiness. They're good for certain things, but then they're not good in other realms. which is true of just about anything. So everything has its upside and its downside. Silver lining is always good as far as how we pay attention. But even with like this card here, we have this wonderful card of the 5, meaning that change is coming. And so what you're wanting to happen is coming to you. Why? Because change is happening. Things are not going to stay the same. You're not going to have this rift or this distance between you or this insecurity or whatever you're feeling right now with this relationship and all. It's all fixing to be behind you, but for good. How do I know it's for good? Because of the answer to getting all of this. Your answer card is, remember a minute ago when I was talking about like the 9 of Cups being a wish card and how your wishes are fulfilled, you're content, all good vibes, all that. And I said it comes almost at the end, excuse me, the end of the Cups numbers, but it's not quite to the end. Well, your answer is this, 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups is all about celebration. You got the rainbow up there of the cups, all 10 cups out there. Those people are happy. Total celebration. Everything going great. The difference between the 9 of Cups is the 9 of Cups is about personal attainment, and the 10 of Cups is about fulfillment of love in a relationship for another. And in this case, Madelyn, it's Dylan. So the next question is when? So I was picking up as we were doing this that about 1.5 months or so, but could also be 1.5 weeks, but that 1.5 is taking precedent right now. The energy is happening. It's almost like we're talking about the moon here, and we're talking about moon cycles. And this is also the indirect knowledge moon deck, tarot card deck. You guys are ever interested? Get your deck of these. Here's the thing. With the moon cycles, the way it works is it's like there's 15 days, give or take. I mean, we're talking about lunar days here. 15 days to a new moon, and then from a full moon to a new moon, and then another 15 days from a new moon to a full moon. So it has like this cycle. It's not exactly that amount of days. There's sort of a decimal point in there somewhere. So over time, things will shift slightly, gradually, from being exactly like 30 days. We don't just say every 30 days. Roughly, it's about every 30 days. So just like the ebb and flow of the tide, it's all based from the moon and the energy of the moon. So it's really a moon type energy. There's a lot of that in this particular tarot card reading. So Madelyn, it's like this full moon that we're experiencing right now, 15 is 1.5, right? It has that same kind of, that number 15 is coming up. So you can anticipate that it has something to do with a shift. I don't want to say 180, but it would technically be a 180 in moon phases, which would be the number 15. That may not make a lot of sense to you, and that's okay if it doesn't. It's more of an astrological, kind of religious, spiritual, kind of old text kind of thing from way, 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 way back, that for most people is not going to make a lot of sense, or they really have no care about. And so I won't really address that too much. It's sort of a monk thing, if you want. Hashtag monk thing. No, I'm just teasing you guys. But Madelyn, seriously though, on more of a serious note, I'm picking up about 1.5 months. So it's emulating this moon phase of going from like full moon to new moon. And when that happens on the new moon is when you and Dylan will be back together and everything will be exactly as you like, but it will be done differently. It won't be the same kind of relationship that's been in the past, that kind of thing, but your wishes will be fulfilled. You'll have complete and utter fulfillment, not just your own personal attainment, like we talked about with the 9 of Cups, but the 10 of Cups will be your real answer, which is fulfillment of a love relationship from another, i.e. Dylan. So, yeah, I mean, that's about as good as it gets. You know, I don't know. Congratulations. You know, I mean, I'm very happy for you that everything is going to be dreamy and wonderful and romantic and sweet. And so, yeah, so many blessings to you. Much love. And of course, I'll say prayers for you guys both, and wish you absolute happiness, as I would for anyone. And I love you guys. And thanks for tuning in Indirect Knowledge. If you guys want to help the monks, I do this at the end of every video by request of the monks, just to put out there that if anybody wants to donate, feel welcome to do that. You can go to helpbydonating.com, give whatever love donation that you want, and I promise you it will not go to a bad cause at all. We use this money for our basic maintenance. You know, monks don't have a lot of hair, and we do shave, although sometimes you'll see me with a little bit of a, I don't know what you call it, like a little bit of stubble or something. Maybe because I couldn't afford a razor that particular day or something. So if you guys want to help the monks, it's always appreciated. But most of the time when we get donations and things like that, it's not about us that we really think about. We put together our basic maintenance, but beyond that, it's really about helping other people, taking care of other people. You know, today I did some drywall projects to help out some people that didn't know anything about drywall. And, you know, we did some patchwork and some repair work and stuff to make the house look nicer for them and give them a nice, fresher space to live within. And that was done through donations. I mean, wouldn't have been able to afford the drywall and all this kind of stuff had someone not donated the money and some materials to do that. So, you know, it's so whenever someone gives something, that gets exponentially used. So if it's $10 that you give, trust me, it's, you know, I can buy a lot of lentils for $10, and a lot of lentils will feed a lot of people for a very little bit of money. So we make things stretch when we have to. But of course, when we're given bigger donations and people, you know, give more generously as far as quantity goes, we're able to do even more. And so those resources get utilized. We do have some needs. We would like a point where we can actually use that to store things, to be able to have a more resource space for people and this, that, and the other. That would cost us a couple $1,000s. But have like a nice little meditation room or something like that for people to come and to be able to meditate and to do those kind of things. We'd like to put that together for people, but right now we don't have the money for that. We trust God will take care of it, but you know, again, it's not about our desires. It's really about serving God and serving humanity and others. That's really our mission here. So that's what it is. And then what else? You know, it's just I forget. There's so many different little things, you know, that would be useful or helpful in our mission and helping spread love for God to others. But right now, you know, fund-wise, we're just a little short of things, and so we just have to pray about that. So if you would, if nothing else, at least say a prayer for us so that we can do even more service than what we're doing. It's almost like you want to do so much, and sometimes you're restricted on what you're able to do. Through no fault of your own, it's just, maybe it's God teaching us patience, us monks patience, you know. So we just trust God and continue to love God and to do what we need to do. So if you want to donate, you can go to helpbydonating.com, give whatever love offering you would like. Just no resentment there, just do it from the heart, and trust that the money's going to a good cause, and it is. If you like the video, please hit the like button or the thumbs up, and leave us a comment if you like. I mean, we always like to hear from people. If you know, it lets us know that, you know, what we're doing matters. And also, if you want to subscribe to the channel, if you're not already, it would be great to have you as a subscriber. The more the merrier. We're like a family here, so you know, join in the chat as we come on. If you have questions about anything, ask those questions. If I am able to, if I have the time on that live stream, I will answer on the live stream. If not, I can get back to you through email or some other means as well. And then there's also the bell notification. If you hit the bell notification, that will give you access to us every time I come on and I do a live stream here. So Madelyn, thank you so much. And everyone watching, thank you so much. It's my pleasure to serve. And if there's anything I can do to help anyone, I'll put my email in the description below this video. And everyone, thank you so much. And I appreciate you all for watching. Much love, many blessings. I'll see you guys on the next episode of Indirect Knowledge.